Hey there everyone, welcome back to the guide. Next up in the series, we'll be taking a look at what's required to get into the Ice Cavern. If you've been following along with the playlist, we just finished up the Fire Temple, and normally you might imagine we'd be heading towards the Water Temple, but interestingly enough, there's actually sort of a mini dungeon that we have to complete before heading into the Water Temple. This is pretty funny right here. For whatever reason, my wireless controller just decided to turn off as if the batteries were dead, but I powered it back up and I just kind of kept on going, so we'll just pretend that didn't happen, I suppose. But yes, here in this video, in this portion of the dungeon guide, we're pretty much just going to be traveling. So as you can see, I've sort of sped up the video just a little bit here. May have heard me say that I don't really like doing this. I don't like changing the speed of the video, but I think the one thing that I hate more are big jump cuts where all of a sudden we're in a completely different location at a different time and you have no idea how I got there. So we'll be leaving the Fire Temple here, going through Goron City, as we make our way over to the Ice Cavern, which is located in Zora's Fountain. So we're going down Death Mountain Trail here, eventually landing in Kakariko Village. And eventually we will make our way to Hyrule Field. We'll make a left-hand turn over here as we make our way to Zora's River. It's kind of nice to know that we don't really need to be doing a whole heck of a lot in order to get into this mini dungeon. There's no new characters to meet, no songs to learn, no puzzles to complete. Just get to head straight there. And kind of related to that, it's sort of interesting that the Ice Cavern doesn't really require you to have much of anything in order to get through it. It's a very short mini dungeon, but, you know, in other dungeons you may require the hook shot or you may require certain tunics or whatever. The Ice Cavern, as far as I can tell, I'm kind of trying to run through it in my head, but you really don't need anything, so this is one of those dungeons where if you're playing the game blindly for the first time, you can sort of stumble upon this and kind of get it done and get it out of the way early if you wanted to. Alright, enough of the fast speed stuff. We've reached the end of Zora's River, so we're going to go ahead and enter through the waterfall like we did as a child. And once we get inside, we're going to see that Zora's domain is quite different. So here we go, playing Zelda's Lullaby just like before. And the waterfall will part in the middle, allowing us to jump over just like before. And once we get in here, we'll see that Zora's domain is completely frozen over. Waterfall and all, look at that. Pretty cool. Well, not cool for the Zoras, I guess. In fact, I believe it is explained to us that the Zoras are actually trapped in the ice. They're not dead, but they are frozen. And as we make our way to Zora's Fountain here, we'll see King Zora there, encased in some sort of giant red crystal. I believe the game calls this some form of ice. It's like a giant red ice cube that King Zora is encased in there. But we'll worry about that later. Good luck with that, buddy. And here we are in Zora's Fountain now, and yes, if you look off to the left, you will see a cave there, and that is the Ice Cavern. That is what we're shooting for. So if you kind of jump over where Lord Jabu Jabu was, interestingly enough, he is just completely gone, and I don't think that's ever explained. He's just no longer here for whatever reason. But yes, there are these giant chunks of ice that we can sort of use to hop across, and then we'll lift ourselves up here and enter the Ice Cavern itself. So, in any case, that's how we get into the Ice Cavern. Thanks so much for watching. Coming up next will be the dungeon itself. Hope you stay tuned for it, and I'll see you in the next one.